Shiplist.io.
Hey bye scrappy friends, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be making a layout that are for a couple of different challenges that are going around. So that's going to be my inspiration. I am using that photo. It's part of my 52 weeks of 52 favorite photos, and this is the photo that I picked for this past week, so week 5. So what I've been trying to do is set a photo aside for each week that I'm doing this challenge, and so I will scrap the photo from the week before, if that makes sense, pretty much. So, and I'm also using a sketch from Sandie, Follow A Sketch Febraury. She has a sketch for every day of the month in February. So if you want to join, I'll leave the info for her group in the description box so that you guys can go there and check out all of the different sketches that are for the month of February. And if you want to play along and make a layout and share it in the group or on YouTube or Instagram, we all would love to see it. So this is for day 4. So even though the 52 weeks challenge, we usually post on Mondays, I just decided to post it on Tuesday. So that's why I'm using the sketch for Tuesday. I mean, I know it, because in the end it really doesn't matter. So I am doing this photo that is from this past week. My husband and I met one of his friends, or one of our friends that was his old co-worker. So and so it was nice and fun to go and hang out with our friends, and because I was so into what we were doing while we were hanging out, this was the only photo I got, which is fine because it still is the story. Like, the story doesn't change whether or not the photo is different. So one thing I decided to do, as you see, me fussy cut all of those little flower things from this paper. I'm not sure where this paper is from. I want to say it's American Craft, but I'm not really sure who designed it. It's one of the ones that I got from Joann's that was one of the really thin papers. So after collections are released, they'll release like a really thin paper through like Joann's or whatever. So it kind of stinks because it's really thin. You have to be careful. So I'm going to put some of these on Pop Dots. But it makes it nice if you don't want a lot of bulk in your album. So it's one of those kind of, I thought this would be a fun pattern to play with. And it was really fun cutting these out. And I'm going to use this as part of that layer, and I'm only using one photo, but because I have these elements, I feel like that kind of takes place of where the photo was, so your eye still goes over there and follows that same direction. So even though I'm not using banners in the way that the sketch shows, I still get that same feel to what I'm trying to accomplish, and I really like it. I think it's super fun. It's just fun paper, and sometimes it's just fun to cut out the elements of a better paper and use them. I did that quite a bit this week, actually. It wasn't intentional, but it was, I cut out hearts from a Chamel paper, and I cut out like leaves, different types of leaves from a Vicky Boone paper too. So anyway, I'm going to pop this up on Pop Dots also, and I think I add a little bit more to what's going on than in the sketch, which is fine because that's part of using a sketch. That is the fun part for me, is one, to see how many people interpret that sketch, and just also the ways that you can make it your own. So don't ever feel like, if you are that kind of person that needs to change things up and do things your own way or something different. Don't ever feel like you have to be stuck with that sketch. But if you're someone who really isn't sure, like in the beginning when I used to scrapbook, I used sketches because it really helped me with like getting the idea of how design should be. And so sometimes when I do layouts now, I kind of I'll have that in the back of my head. So I'm going to use these stickers. They're not thickers. They're just tile stickers, and I thought the color kind of went a little bit with what we're going with. It's a little bit brighter, but I'm okay with that. It doesn't have to be like the same exact color. And in fact, it's kind of nice to see the different variations of blue in here and teal. That is why I use that one hexagon, or like geometric. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. My brain just did not want to say it properly. I'm using some of these One Canoe 2 stickers. I had some round ones and a couple of hearts, and then I have this. I'm going to add that. This layout came together super quick. I think I got it done in like 45 minutes, basically. And that was like looking for stuff, and it's this was the third layout I did in my day, and so I was just really getting into the groove of things. And honestly, I just kept it really simple because I didn't need to do something really crazy. I wanted to put this somewhere else and not just in the spot that kind of is more for journaling. So I decided I'm going to end up cutting this like way down and using it as another layer. I just thought it kind of helps. And it is, once again, another color of blue. So it ties it down, though it doesn't look even when I'm looking at it here. Anyway, that's okay. And I'm going to glue all these hearts down. Those are from Pretty Little Studio. I want to say it's like a vacation collection. Is that the one that Ashley Horton did years ago? I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm just going to use these as some little elements, and then my layout is pretty much going to be done. So thank you guys for checking me out. You can find this in the playlist, or my playlist for this year, and then you'll also be able to find this over. I'll post it in Sandie's group too. And if you guys want to play along, head over to her group, and all that information will be down below. And I will see you guys later. Have a great scrappy week. Bye.